Okay, so welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about just doing a little comparison of the colonoscopy and comparing it to your walk with Christ, the things that you have to prepare for health reasons, and also the things you have to prepare for and allow God to do in your life as you walk on that journey. And how did I come up with that? I was listening to something on the radio that was talking about colonoscopy. I have been getting them ever since maybe 2016 up in that area because I had some issues. So I was going once every year. Of course, they're removing polyps off. Now, yeah, I was going once every year. So now I think I go every 3 years or something like that. 2 or 3 years. It's shortening up, which my time is coming up this year. So today I want you to listen and understand the comparison of these two. Both of them are important, especially getting a certain age. It is vital that you get those health screenings, right? Because for one, it could save your life from colon cancer, and a lot of different other stuff if caught early. Following Christ every day of your life is just what you need to do. That is a lifestyle. Holiness is still a standard, and living right and being effective for the kingdom, not just waiting on the time to come to go to heaven, but what is your purpose here on earth? The things that you need to do now, while we still have time, right? We know that the time is soon come, and look at what's going on in the real world, reality, that we know that Christ is on his way back. So let's get into it. The examination we try to avoid. And a lot of time people do try to avoid the examination of the colonoscopy. And a lot of people also try to avoid following Christ because it takes what following Christ does is you take a deep dive looking at yourself and making yourself aware of what you're doing, the sinful life, the mess that you are in or were in. So we're going to break this down, okay? Following Christ can be compared to something most people don't like to talk about, a colonoscopy. Nobody likes it. Nobody likes to prepare for it. Me, I like to sleep on it. That's it. It's uncomfortable, it's personal, and it requires preparation, but it can save your life. For one, drinking that big jug of laxative, it's like a milk jug, it's never fun. It's never fun. It's never fun. Preparation is required. Before a colonoscopy, you just don't show up. You have to cleanse your system. You have to let go of what's been sitting inside of you. You have to follow instructions, even when they're inconvenient. So following Christ is the same way. God calls us to clean out what's inside of us. Old habits, bitterness, pride, and hidden sin. You can't walk into transformation still holding on to everything that's toxic. You cannot. It's contamination. God is trying to punish you. God is not trying to punish you. Sorry. He's not trying to punish you. He's pretty much just preparing you for the kingdom, for his will. Okay. The colonoscopy is very, very uncomfortable, but it's necessary. Following Christ is uncomfortable, but very, very necessary. It's necessary. Okay, so let's be honest. Nobody looks forward to that procedure. It feels invasive. It is not something you would choose for fun. So following Christ is uncomfortable too. He challenges your thinking. He confronts your behavior. He asks you to die to yourself. And that itself is very uncomfortable, dying to yourself daily. I have to decrease so he can increase in me. And so do you. Luke 9 says, deny yourself, take up your cross, and follow me. Growth with Christ will stretch you before it strengthens you. some of us right now are in a season of stretching. I know I am. I know I am. I'm in a season of stretching. I'm in a season of, God, what are you doing? And he's exercising my faith daily. He just a couple of weeks ago, my faith was, I was nervous about something that was going on, but getting to the place of being calm and knowing that God is going to work it out, it's not always an easy thing to do, especially when you're used to controlling stuff. But God isn't doing these things to look or punish us. No, he's pretty much stretching us. He's stretching us. Okay, so it reveals what you cannot see. A colonoscopy reveals what you cannot see. You can't see what's going on inside of your stomach, inside of your bowels, or any of that. You can't see none of that. A colonoscopy looks inside where you cannot see on your own. It detects hidden issues. It exposes what could become dangerous if ignored. Following Christ does the same thing. God reveals what's beneath the surface, motives, wounds, and fears. Things you did not realize were affecting you. I've been there. Things that I did not know were affecting me. He exposed it. I remember a few months ago, I was crying about something, just praying. And I'm crying about one thing, and the next thing I know, I'm crying like, God, I just need a hug. I just need a hug. And that is because I never felt a hug as far as from my parents. So needing to feel that, I didn't know that was affecting me. I may not all the time verbalize it, but in that moment, he showed me, your problem is you need a touch. Yeah, I got my touch from God. He hugs me. But the touch that I never had or can ever remember in my life is I never remember my parents hugging me. So that came up out of nowhere. And when I woke up, I dealt with it. I talked to God about it because I don't want to still be holding on to something that I don't need. And I don't need that feeling of feeling worthy or me missing that intimate hug or relationship or whatever that my parents didn't give me. So I need to heal from that. And that is what God does. When you're reading His Word and you living your life fully for Him, He exposes those hidden things in us that we don't even know that are there. And that's just like the colonoscopy. It exposes it finds things that you don't even know is there. When God reveals, He intends to heal. So with Him revealing the fact that I am almost 50 and I still am holding on to, I need a hug. I have to heal from that. I had to heal from that. Now, whenever you find something going on in your stomach or colon issues early, that could save your life. So early detection saves lives. The purpose of the procedure is prevention and healing. Catch something early, it can be treated. Ignore it, it can grow into something life-threatening. Same thing with Christ. When He convicts you early, it's protection. Ignored conviction turns into deeper bondage. Conviction is not condemnation. Condemnation is intervention. I could never say that word good. I could never say that word good. God, help me. You have to trust the process. During a colonoscopy, you're vulnerable. You're not in control. You're trusting someone else to see what you cannot. Also, you're put to sleep. So I need God, anyway, going into that position to make sure I'm waking back up. Okay, so following Christ requires the same trust. And that's crazy how We can trust in things, and we can trust in doctors, and we can trust in this, and we can trust in that. But when it comes to following Christ, we have such a hard time. Not just me too. I had a hard time trusting in him. And the reason I know, like, I'm not from the church world, so I could never say, oh, I grew up in church, X, Y, and Z. No, I didn't. So I had a lot of learning, a lot of understanding to do, and a lot of breaking off things from the past that I had developed over the years that would not have allowed me to trust God fully. Because trauma will have you not trusting God fully. You fully, and that's true. Okay, so following Christ requires the same trust. You don't always understand what he's doing. You have to surrender control. You trust that he sees what you don't. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Now, when you go to a colonoscopy, the outcome is worth it. It's worth it. After everything, you gain peace of mind, you gain clarity about your health, and you may even, and it may have even saved your life. Because now if you out, when you get up and they run all the tests, and a week or so they'll send you something to do, my chart, saying what they found, this and that and the third. And if they found something that's alarming, of course they can call you back and get that removed off of your stomach, or sometimes, or off of your colon. And sometimes they just do it right then and say, hey, like me, I had like 11, I think, polyps. They remove them right then. Following Christ produces even greater results. Greater freedom, healing, purpose, eternal life. Temporary discomfort produces internal transformation. And a lot of us don't want to be in discomfort. You rather stay diseased, diseased. DISEASE. Many people avoid both. They avoid medical exams because they don't want bad news. They avoid God's examination because they don't want to change. But ignoring the issue doesn't remove the issue. Ignoring the issue does not remove the issue. It just stays there hidden. When you follow Christ, you are inviting him to examine your life. Not to shame you, not to disrupt your life, but to save you. God doesn't expose what's wrong with you to embarrass you. He exposes it so it doesn't destroy you. Hallelujah. He does not expose what's wrong with you to embarrass you. He exposes it so it will not destroy you. And if this teaching is beneficial for your life, the comparison, especially those that's in healthcare, if this is beneficial for you guys, just make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you know everything already, just share it to somebody else. Maybe they need to know the reasons of the examination that God does, right? Just like you know the reason of the examination that the colonoscopy does. At a certain age, you are to get examined. But God, coming to God requires no age. So until next time, hit the like button and share it and subscribe to the channel. Have a good one.